You know, remember them days?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or Pop didn't even have to do that. Pop would just raise his voice.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, we got
man.
cleaned up a couple times.
Yeah,
But, and I'm not saying, look, because I know there's people that have been beaten and beat up by their parents, right?
Yeah.
But yo, stop doing, like, I hate that, right? Because people be like, well, there's kids that get abused. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about throwing your kids down the steps and kicking them in the ribs. Like,
put it in perspective.
Yeah, like, dog, you did wrong. You was disrespectful. You lied. Like, in my household, there was a standard. And I'm going to talk about what your standard was. For me, it was talking back, raising your voice, or lying. That's when you got a spanking in my household.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And normally those spankings always came with other punishments. They weren't ever like, you just get a spanking. You would get the spanking, you would get the lecture, you would get the punishment, and then y'all probably had to make you do some kind of crazy chore. Like, I remember my youngest, he did some old, I think he took something from school, or it was, and I think he was being disrespectful or something to a teacher. So I was like, all right.
Push-ups all day.
Like, yeah, that was standard in the crib, right?
All day.
But it was something that he was doing that he just seemed to not get it, right? So I'm like, all right. And look, sometimes spanking doesn't work for every kid, right? So you got to be creative, right?
Everybody's different.
So I'm like, all right. So we was going to get these ducks. And I had this pen out back. And I'm like, all right, well, I need to get a little small pond built. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know what you're going to do? You're going to dig this hole. And if anybody dug a hole before, you already know it's hard. So he had to dig a hole. About 6.5 feet to 7 feet long.
He was on some
about
Joe Jackson.
6.5 feet deep. And I'm like, we're gonna dig this hole. So I'm back there with my dad, and I'm smoking a cigar, and we watching him dig the hole. And I'm like, no, you're gonna dig this hole to learn this lesson. But guess what? I ain't have that issue any time after that.